Hi everyone, welcome to MASH Math. Today we are going to study from class 10, chapter 2 Polynomials, Introduction 2. So already in introduction part 1, I have explained to you the meaning of the zeros of polynomial. I have explained to you types of polynomial, what is polynomial and zeros of the polynomial. Now in this introduction part 2, we are going to learn mainly the geometrical meaning of zeros of polynomial. So what is the meaning of geometrical meaning of zeros of polynomial? So let's see as we see each type of the polynomial. So first we begin with linear equation. So linear equation is given to us here, y equal to 3x minus 6. Now either you can take x value or y value. You can give any value. So now I have taken here x as a 0. So let's put here 0 value. So in the place of y, I don't have anything. So 3 I write. In the place of x, I am writing 0. Then minus 6. So what we will get 0 into 3 into 0 will become 0. So finally I will get minus 6. So what is that? My y value is minus 6 I got. And x value is 0. I have taken x as 0 and y I got minus 6. So that okay, that let it be. Now next I'll explain to you afterwards. So now same way, now x equal to 1 I have taken. So where x is there, we'll put 1 now. So y equal to 3 and in the place of x I am writing 1. Then minus 6. So then y equal to what I will get, 3 into 1 will be 3 minus 6. So that will give 3 minus 6 will give minus 3. So my y value is what? Y is equal to minus 3 when I took x as 1. So now I have taken y as 0. It's better always to take a smaller number. X as 0, x as 1, y as 0, y as 1. So it is better to take smaller numbers so it is easy for us to calculate. So now I have taken y as 0. You can take any number. So now y as 0 I have taken. So that means in the place of y I have to put 0. Then equal to 3x minus 6. So now I have to find the x value. So then what I will get? 3x equal to minus 6 will become plus 6. And then x equal to, when it is in multiplication, so when it comes here it will become division. So that means x I will be getting 2. So now my x value is 2 and y I have taken as 0. So after doing this, you can just take to 3 value enough. So after doing that, I have written in a box now. So x and y. So x value I have written. X I have taken 0. X as a 1. So that we have to write down 0. Then x as 1. Then here x value 2. So same way y value, when I took x as a 0, y value I got minus 6. So that I have written. Now when I took x as 1, y I got as minus 3. So that I have taken. X as 1, y as minus 3. Now when I took y as a 0, then x value I got 2. So that's what I have written in a box. So now what we will do, this value we will place it in the graph. So we will draw a graph now. So here this is the graph. So in 9th standard I have taught you in detail how to prepare the graph. So now this is the x-axis and this is the origin and this is the y-axis. So okay, x-axis and y-axis. You see here? Okay, now each value we have to put here. Now x as a 0, y minus 6. So x is 0. So x is here. This is x. So x is 0 and y minus 6. So minus 6 is here. So that means the point comes here. So 0, comma, y is minus 6. First always we have to write the x value, then the y. This we call it as a coordinate. X coordinate and y coordinate. So that is the point. Now next let's see. Next x is 1, y is minus 3. So x is 1. X is here. X is 1 is here and y is minus 3. So x is 1 y is minus 3. So minus 3 is here down. So this is the point. So x as 1, y as minus 3. The coordinate is 1, minus 3. So now let's see the third one. 2x is 2 and y is 0. So 2, 0. So then we have 2 here, then 2, 0. So 0 for y also 0 is here, x also 0 is here. So here we have 2 and 0, x is 2 and y is 0. So x is 2 and y is 0. So it will be here only. So now when I join this graph now, we have a 3 point here, here 1 point, here 1 point, and then here 1 point. Now when we draw a graph, just one correction here. This is 0 minus 6. So x is 0, y is minus 6. So we made a mistake in first point. This is not the one because this is x-axis. This is all x-axis and this is y-axis. So x-axis is what? 0, y is minus 6. So this is x-axis. So x is 0 and y is minus 6. So this is y-axis. So we have to see here. By mistake we saw it this side. This is all x-axis. This is all x-axis. So this is the y-axis. So 0, 0, minus 6. So 0, x-axis here, minus 6. So minus 6 is here. So point comes here it is. So 0 and minus 6. So this is 0 minus 6 will come here and not there. So that correction you make it. So now we join this graph. So when I join this graph, all these 3 point I am joining. So now you can see the graph is like this. Now see, this graph is intersecting on x-axis. How many points? There is only 1 point. So that point is on x it is 2 and on y it is 0. So 2, 0. So on only 1 point it is intersecting. Rest all. So you have to see the graph is on x-axis where it is intersecting. So on x-axis means this line. So on this line or on this x-axis, this graph is intersecting only at only 1 point. So that means this graph has only 1, 0. So that's what we have to learn. Wherever the graph is cutting or touching on x-axis, that x coordinate is the 0 of that polynomial. Here only 1 point is on x-axis cutting, therefore linear equation has only 1, 0. So we had been studying linear equation. So we saw that only 1 point it was cutting on the graph, therefore linear equation has only 1, 0. So now let's see quickly the second one, that is quadratic equation. Now quadratic equation given here y equal to x square minus 3x minus 4. Now same way as I showed you here, you have to do the calculation. So if here I have taken, if x is taken as 0, then I am getting y value minus 4. So if x is taken as 1, then I am getting y value minus 6. X is minus 1, then I am getting y value as 6. If x is taken minus 2, if x is taken as minus 2, y value is 6. If x is taken 4, y value will be 0. If x is taken as 5, then y value will be 6. So any number you can take, not compulsory you have to take this number only. You can take any value on this equation you have to put. If x is 0, then x is 0. Here 0, here 0. This will become fully 0. This also will become fully 0. So we get minus 4 for y value. So same way you have to do or any value for either x or y. Any value you give and get the value for x and y. So when you get, prepare this box and then do the graph. So if you do the graph as I showed you, taking the x coordinate and y coordinate, then you will see that in the graph there will be 2 zeros. At 2 point the graph will cut the x-axis. So what we have to see here is quadratic equation will have maximum 2 zeros or minimum 1 zero or may not have any zero. So not compulsory that quadratic equation has to have a 0. So maximum it will have 2, not more than 2. Quadratic means highest power is 2. So the maximum will be 2, 0. It can be less than 2 but not more than 2. Less than 2 means can be 1 or cannot have also any 0. So same way now cubic equation also. Cubic equation is here because highest power is 3. So here also same way you give x value or y value, anything you give and then get these coordinates for x and y. So when you prepare the graph, you will see the graph at x-axis intersects at 3 points. Therefore, it has 3 zeros. So what we have to note here? Cubic equation will have maximum 3 zeros or minimum 2 zeros or 1 zero or may not have any zero. As I said for quadratic also. Quadratic is highest power is 2, therefore maximum will be 2. Then not more than 2 will be there, zeros. So same way for cubic equation, highest power is 3. So maximum zeros will be 3 zeros or less than 3 or may not have any zero but not more than 3. I hope that you are understanding this concept. So if you want, once again we will see the quadratic equation graph. Then with that we'll wind up. Just let us put it here only, the quadratic equation. So now the quadratic equation, we have coordinate 0, minus 4. So let's see, 0, minus 4. 0 is here, minus 4 is here. So that means point is here. 0, minus 4. So the next is 1, minus 6. So on x-axis 1, then minus 6. So on 1 is here. So the minus 6 is here. So 1 comma minus 6. Next is minus 1, 0. So minus 1 is here, minus 1 and 0 also is here only. So minus 1, 0. So next is minus 2, 6. Minus 2, 6. First we have to see on x-axis minus 2 and 6. 6 means plus is up. So minus 2, 6 is here. 6 is here. So minus 2 and 6. First coordinate is always x. Then we have to see for y. Y is on this line. X is on this line. Then next 4, 0. 4 on x-axis. 4 and 0 will be here only. So 4 comma 0. Then next 5, 6. So we have here 5 and then on y-axis 6 is here. 6 is here, 5 is here. So this is the point. 5 comma 6. Now let's join these points. So which are the points we have? Here we have point. Here we have point. So let us join all these points. So from here to here and then comes from here to here, then you have from here to here and then the points goes up, then you will see up to here. So this is our graph. Now if you see on x-axis how many places it is intersecting, you have here and this is the point. So on x-axis the graph is intersecting at 2 points. So that means quadratic this equation has 2 zeros. So as I said, the quadratic equation will have maximum 2 zeros or minimum 1 or may not have. So same way if you try for the cubic equation also, you will see this graph will have maximum 3 0 or 2 0 or may not have any 0. So not more than 3 and here quadratic not more than 2. So that's how you have to learn the meaning of the geometrical meaning of zeros of polynomials. I hope you understood this concept, the geometrical meaning of zeros of polynomials. So you have to draw the graph and see on x-axis how many places the graph is intersecting. If it is linear equation, there will be only one place where it will intersect. If it is quadratic equation, you will see maximum 2 zeros. then less than 2 zeros. If it's cubic, maximum 3, less than 3, or may not have the zeros. That's it. Thank you and God bless.